So if you'd have asked me at the age of 10, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would have given you two answers, either an astronaut or an entrepreneur, or back then we used to call them business owners. And no prizes for guessing which one won out. I would still like to be an astronaut though. Might have to speak to Richard Branson about that one. But I was motivated way back from a very small age to be an entrepreneur because my dad ran a business. However, he insisted that there's no way I was ever going to inherit that business from him. He was in the building trade and he used to think that was far too difficult a way to earn a living. And the truth is, I wasn't really interested in building. My heart lay in creativity, graphic design and technology. And so right from an early age, my ambition was I want to be a business owner and I want to run my own business as soon as possible. As I actually got into the workforce though, and I got my first job, which for me really I saw as an apprenticeship, and I wanted to study my bosses to see how they did things, I ended up getting involved with a business that was absolutely fantastic fun. All of my colleagues were my friends, and I ended up getting shareholdings in that business. So I became effectively a business owner from a very young age. But I really had the entrepreneurial itch. I wanted to do it on my own, but because of that relationship, I didn't actually take the plunge until I was 29 years old, which for me, I procrastinated for years. So anybody that's got the entrepreneurial itch that procrastinates, I empathize because I had the entrepreneurial itch from the age of about 6. I didn't actually go fully alone until the age of 29. Now, to do that, I took what, looking back on now, was a massive risk. I'd been married a few years, but we didn't have kids yet, and we had our own home. I had a fantastic job. I had a company car I absolutely loved, and I'm a car guy, so getting rid of that car was a wrench. And I had a mortgage and, all the expenses that go along with, with when you've got a salary, what you build up. So I actually remortgaged my house to take some funds out of the equity in my home. I handed in my notice, and more importantly to me, I had to give the keys to my fantastic car that I loved back to the guys that I was in business with, and rented out an office. I bought a couple of computers and I went for it. I went for it on my own. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, I've got to be honest. And the first few weeks, months and years, I winged it. And that meant lots of late nights, sleeping on the sofa in the office, doing everything from, making the tea for all the freelancers and the employees that I ended up employing, through to cleaning the kitchen and making the sales and actually doing the work, building the websites, doing the graphic design, account management, and everything that comes with it. And I think I can safely say I absolutely worked like a maniac for the first few years of my business. That's continued to be the case, but I have to say it's got easier. Because as you start to learn how to run a business, the things that work, the things that don't work, when you start to realize that if you are in business, you are in sales, when you start to realize that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, that means other entrepreneurs. When you understand that you do need help from a mentor, a guide, somebody that's been there and done it, things start to click into place. And the reason I'm so passionate about helping other entrepreneurs is because I remember those early stages of running my business. And if I knew now what I knew then, I'd be a whole lot further along the journey. I wouldn't have gone through quite so much pain. And I would love to spare budding entrepreneurs some of that pain. Some of it was really valuable. And you're always going to go through pain in a business, but some of it was unnecessary. And that's why a franchise, that's why the partnership program that I run is so rewarding. Because if I can help fast track other people to get past those early stages by giving them the tricks, the keys, the tools to actually make progress quicker, then it makes me very happy. It supports my business, it supports their business. And in the Blam partnership program, it supports the businesses that get the end products too.